Hey,
Long since I saw you.
I know. It's great to see you again. Oh my gosh. I follow you on Instagram, but it's nice
Follow
to
you
talk to
on
you in person.
Instagram. I know. So I am so happy that you were able to join me today. This is Carolyn. Right.
Everybody calls me Carol. Make it easy.
Okay. So I'm really happy that you were able to join me, Carol, from Chicken Coop Dyeworks, which is coopdye.com. Links down below in the video description. I love your shirt. First of all, I will knit on a boat. I will knit with a goat. All the Dr. Seuss references for knitting. That's fantastic.
Yes.
But happy Kwanzaa. This is going to air on Kwanzaa. So happy Kwanzaa.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Yes. Happy Kwanzaa, everybody. I'm assuming that this is going to be the first day of Kwanzaa, and the first day is Unity. What a way to start out with the knitting community.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need more of that, don't we? Unity.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So much going on right now. Yeah, we really do.
We do. We need more of that. I mean, I think we could probably say that any day of the year, anytime. But I love this 7 principles, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I first really became more aware of Kwanzaa when we talked last year.
Oh, yeah.
And I ordered your Kwanzaa box because, I mean, yarn, right?
Yeah.
But and that was a lot of fun. All those colors. It was surprisingly bright, and I loved it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
I
if you want to watch that, like, go back and see the playlist from last year. I'll put a link down below and you can see all the things from last year, but fun.
Yes.
You do this Kwanzaa box where it was so exciting to get it in the mail because, I mean, we're doing Advent skeins and, countdown calendars and stuff and like all the minis and that kind of thing. We're doing all that right now. But when you get the Kwanzaa box from Carol, let me just say, these are like full-size mega skeins. Well, not mega, but they're, full size. Yeah. And there's other little treats in there.
Make it fun. And, a lot of times people buy Advent kits, sometimes for themselves, but a lot of times they gift them. And after the holiday, after you've opened everything, by Christmas, you have that I remember as a kid having that after Christmas letdown with like you've opened everything and you've played with everything on Christmas Day. And it's like, okay, where do I go from here? All the excitement. I need some more excitement. And Kwanzaa's perfect because it just extends it out another week. So
well, and you know what I liked about it last year? And what I'm looking forward, because I ordered your box again. So what I'm looking forward to today is, we, as moms, we do the Christmas and you do, whether it's wrap in, and this is for me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
This is like and it's a lot of yarn. Like I could make a lot of things.
Oh yeah. That's the whole idea.
Stash enhancement.
Oh, definitely. That's the idea, to be able to have something that's, just for you, or if you gift it, just for your friend, who's a fiber person and really appreciates that. And, can really make just, something for themselves. And last year's box, if you used all the yarn with the pattern that was included, all of it made the pattern. This year is different.
Ooh, tell me. Well, what you can without a spoiler.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. I'll tell you enough to get your curiosity up. Every day that Kwanzaa is 7 days, so you'll have 7 packages in your kit.
Yay!
Every day that you open a package, you will have enough yarn for a project. There will be several patterns, both knit and crochet, that you can use on any particular day to knit that particular pattern. So you're going to have a bunch of patterns.
7 things I could make.
You'll have enough to make 7 things. Or, if you want to do a scrappy whatever, you might be able to do some of that too.
Right.
I will tell you that the yarn that's going to be included ranges in weight from lace to bulky.
Wow.
Okay. And
that's
every day, every day that you open a package, you may have one hang, or you may have more than one.
Oh, I'm excited.
So when it's all, oh, and of course, I always include a project bag. I have some really neat ones this year.
Nice.
And there's also some other really fun goodies that only a knitter or crocheter would like
But
go
appreciate.
gaga over. Yeah. Um, but when it's all said and done, you will have more than 3,500 yards of yarn.
Whoa, whoa.
It's a lot. It's a heavy
Major
box.
stash enhancement there.
Major, major. And
Well,
I wanted to do it this way because, you know, when I was a kid, and yeah, we used to do we did the advent calendar, the old fashioned where we had, little candies
yeah,
inside the little boxes.
yeah.
But we didn't have like just one kind of candy. It was different kinds of candy. It would be chocolate, it would be peppermints, it might be now laters, which I gave to my sister because I hate them. It could
Oh, I
be
love them.
no, Jolly Ranchers are the way to go. I
Well,
mean,
okay, both.
watermelon and the apple Jolly Ranchers are the way to go. So it would be stuff like that. Sometimes it was a Hershey's Kiss, whatever. So it's kind of like I wanted to kind of make it feel like that. The advent calendars do that with the minis, with the different colors and the different dye methods and all that. But with the Kwanzaa, I just wanted to take it a step higher, seeing that it's 7 days instead of 24. So
Right. Right. So day one, Kwanzaa day one's all about unity. And I saved my little card from
it will be in the box again.
it's been interesting and fun to learn about that tradition. And
Sure.
so I just love that. It's, can I just read this and then you can
Sure, go ahead.
expound
Go.
on it? Well, first of all, why don't you tell us about how the holiday originated? Because we talked about it last year, but we have a lot of new viewers since last year. So if you're willing
Sure.
to revisit that, I would appreciate it.
Absolutely. Back in 1966, there was a professor at the University of California, Long Beach, or California State. It was California State.
Okay.
And he wanted to do something that would bring the African American community together, along with the whole African diaspora, from the Caribbean to other continents.
Mm.
And this is like during the civil rights movement.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he came up with this idea of having a holiday that celebrated a particular concept
Mhm.
in Africa,
Mhm.
which the ideals behind Kwanzaa, that's what they originate from.
Okay.
So holiday, and they eventually caught on mainly here in America among the African Americans here, but also it's beginning to catch on in the UK
Mhm.
and in parts of the Caribbean. So that's kind of the background of it. But every day has a particular meaning.
Mhm.
If you've ever seen pictures of the Kwanzaa table, the things that are on the table have a meaning. I'm going to include that this year in the
Nice.
card. You'll learn a little bit more.
Good.
But each day has a particular meaning. The first day of Kwanzaa means unity. The second day is self-determination, which means speaking up for yourself, learning who you are and being who you are.
That
The third
authenticity.
day,
Yeah.
yeah, yes. The third day is collective work and responsibility. And that means building and maintaining things for your community.
Okay.
Not necessarily, physically building, but it could be, going out and mentoring,
Right.
things that are going to strengthen the community that you live in. The fourth day is cooperative economics. And for us and for anyone who follows the Kwanzaa principles, that means supporting yourself
Mhm.
other businesses, other people economically, because
So
it takes a
what
village.
yeah, what that brings to mind for me is supporting makers that are important to
Yes.
me, like,
Yes.
indie dyers like you, um,
Yes.
connecting with people and shop small, supporting
Yes.
small business,
Yes.
supporting BIPOC makers particularly, and supporting you vote with your dollars,
Absolutely, you do.
Yeah, in the same way that I do not shop at Walmart. It's just ugh. Anyway,
I hear you.
that's a whole other issue, but I don't choose to support that. It's not the values in the community that I think is important. So,
Yes.
right.
I understand.
We could
I
talk for
hear you.
hours on that, but I'm just saying, but you
We could
vote,
do another podcast on that one.
but you vote with your dollars, and that's important to me.
Absolutely.
And so,
Absolutely.
yeah,
And there's so much truth to that in so many ways.
right.
Um, the fifth day of Kwanzaa means purpose,
Mhm.
and it's the idea of building a community. Yeah.
Yeah.
The As a knitter, it might be start a guild. It might be start a knitting group where
Yeah.
you meet someplace once a week and
Right.
you know learn to like let it go and calm down. That's what knitting is good for.
Yeah.
But you know, it's doing something to build within your community.
Right.
The 6 day is creativity. I don't have to explain that to a bunch of knitters and crocheters and weavers.
Right.
Um, but also on a large scale, it might even translate to being creative in how you reach out to other people
Good point.
and how you build within your community,
Especially in
thinking
this
outside of the box.
Yeah, especially in a pandemic. Like you were talking about,
Absolutely.
being able to go. Like I don't have a niche store within 70 miles. And
Right.
so, but I could FaceTime somebody and hang out and, knit over Skype or FaceTime or Zoom or whatever and,
Sure.
build that community. So being creative with how to reach one another. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is faith. And this is not about what your religion is or whether you're Christian or Muslim or Jewish or whatever.
Mhm.
It is about faith and a belief in your family
Mhm.
and whoever you believe your maker is, if you have that belief,
Mhm.
or it boils down to just believing in the collective good
Yeah.
of people, you know, and that's just how I look at it.
I love
So
that.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, the collective good.
I like that too.
Oh,
Hmm.
I make all warm, fuzzy, all the feels.
But at the end of Kwanzaa, that's how you should feel. And it's the beginning, it ends on the first day of the year and of the new year. What a good way to bring in a new year with, you know, hope
Yeah.
and faith and love and, open to whatever the world is going to bring your way in
Yeah.
the coming year.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
mhm.
And you said you have some things to tell us about the items on the Kwanzaa table.
Yes, on the Kwanzaa table, you'll see where you'll usually see corn, like a ear of corn. You'll see a table runner. You'll see the candles.
Right.
The candles, of course, represent the seven. There's seven candles, three red, a black, and then three green. They represent the seven principles, but they also represent the Kwanzaa colors that have been adopted into the African American flag, the
I
red, black,
see.
and green. Yeah.
Okay, sure. That makes sense.
And the Kwanzaa is about new beginnings, um, and ways to live.
Mhm.
So you'll usually see corn, and that represents children in the future and crops because the word Kwanzaa, which comes from Swahili, uh, means first harvest.
I was going to ask you because on the card that you sent, it tells the African like day one,
Yeah.
I'm not going to pronounce this right. You pronounce
No.
it.
Well, I can pronounce some of them, but some of them, these are Swahili, and I'm not,
Okay.
I don't speak Swahili. But Umoja is the day one.
And so
And
and you have and I was going to ask
I have the
what the
African words
overall
there.
term. I was going to ask
Yeah.
you what Kwanzaa meant. So thanks for
Yeah.
bringing that up.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll usually see like what looks like a chalice, but it's really just a cup, like a cup that they would use, back in more ancient times.
Right.
And it's called the Unity Cup, and it stands for, the foundation, the unity, bringing about foundation of a community.
Well, and similar in the Christian tradition, the chalice and the communion. What am I trying to say? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The communion cup. Yeah, where they pour the wine.
Yes.
A similar meaning, but secular.
Right.
Because the one thing about Kwanzaa that's pretty cool is that it is non-religious. It was never intended, it was a celebration that was never intended to take the place of any religious celebration.
So I love that. So even though obviously I'm not a person of color, I feel like it's something that I can live out or try to, and it's not, even though that's not my heritage, it feels welcoming.
Well, it is welcoming, and it's not meant to be, although it was established to connect the African diaspora.
Right.
It is a holiday that anybody can participate in.
Yeah,
it is.
I love that.
Right?
I love that.
And it's about letting people know, what the African diaspora is about. So there's no religious. It's nothing religious about this at all, and that was purpose. That was purposeful. So people who celebrate Kwanzaa celebrate Hanukkah. They celebrate Ramadan.
Yes.
They celebrate Christmas.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Tell me again what the word Kwanzaa means.
First harvest.
Okay.
First harvest.
So hence the corn, right?
The corn.
Okay.
And you usually see like a gift or two on the Kwanzaa table. You exchange gifts every day during Kwanzaa. So that represents love and labor and commitments of parents to children or a person to another.
Right. Relationships.
Because you're giving something to them. Yeah. That's basically it. I'll include a card explaining all that.
I'm excited to get my box.
It's going to be a heavy one this year.
Woo!
I have a few left. Anybody wants one?
So when this airs on the first day of Kwanzaa,
I will still have a few extra boxes. I always dye extras.
Okay.
And if I have extras, it's okay. It goes into my stash.
So they'll be on the website. If you have any left by the time this airs, people can go and see.
It'll be on the website. Okay. Yeah.
And I'll put all the links to everything down below, and follow everyone on Instagram. I will be showing my yarn every day.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Yes. So. It's a lot of fun. It really is.
Cool.
And I tell you, I have probably more fun doing it, putting them together, than you all have opening them. I mean, I have so much fun putting these together. I try to find, for the notions and the patterns, I try to find things kind of off the beaten path, or, makers who are kind of new. And this year, I have found some new to me designers.
Nice.
But I've also found and gotten in touch with some very famous designers who were kind enough to let me put their patterns in the box. Yeah.
That's neat.
So you'll get a pattern from Kate Davies.
Wow.
Romy Hill. Another Tammy Gore. If anyone has bought any of my quarterly boxes.
Uh-huh.
I've Tammy Gore is one a maker's pattern that I've used in one of my boxes. In fact, that particular box ended up in Interweave magazine this year. But she's an African, well, she's a BIPOC designer,
Okay.
and she does some beautiful, just
Amazing.
gorgeous work.
I'll have to go look her up.
I've been blown away by her stuff. So
Nice. Carolyn, thanks for joining me today.
I've enjoyed it. Thank you for having me.
I know. I keep saying we're gonna have to meet up somewhere.
Well, I tell you, once this pandemic is under control, I may head up to your neck of the woods.
Yay!
I've always wanted to come up there. So
excellent. I look forward to it.
You take care. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for taking the time.